However, having seen the video, which of course we condemn, because if you live in a community, if you are a resident in a particular country, you also have to be subject to the sensibilities of your hosts. You cannot be planning to set up a kingdom within a kingdom. And of course, having interviewed the young man in question, he did indicate that this was an old video recorded sometime in 2013. And of course, he understands that perhaps his statements might not have been properly guided at the time he made those statements, essentially as a result of exuberance. He also indicated that the land in question, the project, did not take off because the land eventually ended up not acquired. But of course, the thing about propaganda is that those who have a need for it for their own specific purposes will latch onto it and use it to deliver a tailored message that might, at the end of the day, lead to unrest, that might, in an insightful form, create an enabling environment for violence. And before you know it, you're dealing with a crisis, a full-blown crisis. So we have come essentially to express the concerns of our government. Our government under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's foreign policy thrust has the tenets of the 4D diplomacy, which diaspora is a critical component. And we are very much appreciative of the way that the government of Ghana, under His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, has been able to de-escalate the situation. We came into Ghana, we did not see burning shops, we did not see people with placards. We see a stable environment. We were ordered very warm hospitality. And we are very much appreciative of the fact that we will be taking home this message that the situation is very much under control. And the fact that it was also grossly exaggerated. But at the same time, we are very concerned that this situation does not repeat itself. It is said that the lessons of history always need to be learned so that the same mistakes do not continue to perpetuate conflict. So, Gborbu, we are here, knowing very much the influence that you wield, and also to seek your support in ensuring that these warm fraternal relations that have continued to exist between Nigerians and Ghanaians are sustained. Of course, we have been taken down the historical name by this distinguished gentleman. I'm pleased to confirm, in fact, that when you come to Eastern Nigeria, there is a place from where it is said that the Igbo man originated. And when you get there, it is called Obugad. And that Obugad, Obu in Igbo language means almost like a homestead. But a homestead with a square. So Gad is considered the overall father. And when he was just telling us about the historical connections, I was pleased to note that even some of the words, some of the names are very familiar to us, and the names that exist in our own region, and also in the southwest region, which is a clear testament to the fact that there are familial ties that bind us together. And as such, we must keep seeking peace, keep seeking harmonious relations, and try to eschew those situations that inflame tensions and that lead to conflict. So on this note, Gborbu, I thank you for welcoming us to your palace and offering us this opportunity to engage with you towards finding sustainable means and the best approach to dealing with this conflict. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for a brief introduction of the reason why you've paid a courtesy call on Wulomo Shitse. Without much ado, we'll just go straight to the Overlord for him to give his remarks. Yes, indeed, over the period, there have been disturbing news, but he took it upon himself as a Overlord of the Kaduna State to take charge of the situation. By the help of God, this is where we have reached. On this particular note, Gborbu, we are pleased that he is very affluent in the French language, so he will go straight into it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Your Excellency, public to God of there. I wish on behalf of the Ghana State, some extension, the President of the land, His Excellency Dr. Wulomo, welcome you to our humble abode. I've taken note of the concerns that you have raised, which indicate that you associate those concerns. I wish to indicate further that since the eruption of this sad episode, we've never rested on our oars. We've been able to do our bit to ensure that there's a seemingly stabilized situation. And I was happy when the Foreign Affairs Minister of our country, on behalf of His Excellency, had to intervene at the point. We know that certain situations of this nature, other individuals want to take advantage of it and stir the waters. And we are calm. We are calm because everything happened in a certain context. Context of a situation where Ghana and Nigeria are seen to be closely linked in respect of boundaries. But we're forgetting that we have two strong states separating us. Because of our close collaboration, it looks as if we share one common border. And historically, we are also linked because we sojourned at a point, we domiciled in Nigeria, we had to sojourn to our current situation. We have certain words in our language that same as certain languages in Nigeria. That transcended up to the period of our former president, the first president of the land, Wulomo, where he harbored every African onto the soil of Ghana to be able to fight for African emancipation. So Ghana became a trailblazer in the struggle for African total emancipation. And therefore, it became like we became more linked to each other as brothers and sisters. We have lived to that building up to today. And like we say, in every house there's Mensa. And Mensa will want to take advantage of every situation and muddy the waters. But we are calm because we have a president who understands the situation. We have a president who believes in the African doctrine. We have a president who believes that the African must be able to take upon himself certain challenges and difficulties. And the reason for us to have the headquarters of African Free Trade Center means that we need to respect the ECOWAS protocol, where movement of people and services and goods have to be respected. You know, and when you even go by statistics, the number of Ghanaians living in Nigeria are almost about 7 million. As against about 1.2 to 1.5 million Ghanaians living in Ghana. But forgetting about even the statistics, we have a mixed relationship where our men are married to Nigerian women, where Nigerian men are married to our Ghanaian women. And we say that we are asking Nigerians to leave, all our women, our fathers also have to leave because they are not, they are able to take care of certain children, not directly from Ghana. No. We must be able to defend the core that we have chosen for ourselves. If we want to say that Africa needs to unite in the true sense of the word, then we should be able to respect the protocol that has been established by our forebears, which is being championed today by the current leadership of Africa. So, though it's quite sad for this trend to perpetuate itself, leadership of this country has done its bit to ensure that we avert that calamity that was visited upon us in the 1960s, the late 1960s. We believe and hope it will never recur again. And it has to take one-on-one to be able to champion this cause. When this issue again brought up, we realized that no, we have to diffuse the situation. Because like Excellency intimated, a lot of rumors were flying around that Nigerians were being beaten in Ghana, they're having their stores being burnt here and there. So on the last day of our festival, which every year we enact our movement from Benin to this place, every year we enact it. And every year we have our brothers and sisters from Nigeria participating directly. This time around, because of the ramparts, we decided to have them here in their numbers to prove to the world that whatever is being said around in the social media space are never true. Nobody is being in Nigeria, none of their shops is being burnt down, and they move freely among our people. I think you saw the video. You know, and that speaks volumes of how they are welcome in our midst. I want to say on behalf of the people of Ghana and on behalf of His Royal Majesty King Taki Temple, who by virtue of his intervention to have this title removed, stirred this unfortunate situation. Let you know that we are all at home, and very soon there will be a meeting between him and the leadership of the Igbos, so that at least we smoke the peace pipe and take another step forward to ensure the unity of the Ghana-Nigeria relations. Ghana-Nigeria people coming once again as a united people. Ghana, Nigeria being reminded, especially the Ghanaian people, having lived together as one people, just to meet again, to remind every crony that we are still one. We have the differences, it will still continue to come. But the tongue and the teeth will still be there. They will continue to fight. They will still be there. Differences will come. That's what God has created us to be. But we need at every point in time, master the courage, sit down around the common table and resolve our differences. This will never mar the relationship between Ghana and Nigeria, and we can assure you. We thank you once again for taking upon yourself, coming down from Nigeria to Ghana, especially to our humble home, to be able to have this positive discourse. We are to go a long way to forestall anything that in the minds and the minds of people. Ghana and Nigeria will continue to be one. As trade-based basis, the African struggle. We are most grateful for your coming. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Wulomo, Shitse, and overlord of the State, thank you very much. At this material moment, we would like to say that by our tradition and custom, immediately the overlord finished speaking, then the show must come to an end. In review of this, we will do a review of this before we do photography, handshakes. We would like to ask, was the permission I'll be giving, that if there is a last words, or there are some last words from Her Excellency and entourage.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Innocent Telejo. Please, can you do the vote of thanks?
The Royal Majesty of this Kingdom, the High Chiefs, the women leaders in this place, Your Excellency, members of Her Excellency Delegation. First, on behalf of the Honourable Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, I want to thank you, sir, because of very hard before arriving to your palace, all the efforts you have made, particularly as a supreme leader of this kingdom, in ensuring that the two brothers of Ghana and Nigeria did not allow their misunderstanding to go beyond the level it is today. We are also aware of the special attention we have been given to the Nigerian community living in Ghana, especially within this Ghana kingdom. We came here today to just confirm that what we hear about your efforts in ensuring that peace and serenity reign between the two brothers is a fact. We have just confirmed it with your comment and address this gathering today. We appreciate you. We want to take this, we will take this message backward, and our traditional rulers who are extremely concerned, particularly those of them from the southeast, may one time or another arrange to come again to interface with their counterparts in Ghana. And that will be a moment for you to agree on the way forward to ensure that these two people do not quarrel again. Ghana and Nigeria are two sides of the same coin. And Her Excellency has expressed it here today, which Your Majesty has also corroborated. We don't want anybody to come in between us. We are like cousins, and that is what sustains us wherever we do. In every forum we find ourselves, whether in the field of diplomacy, football, soccer field, or cooking, or jollof rice. To make sure that no misgivings is given to us. So, on behalf of Her Excellency Delegation and our colleagues that work in the commission here, we want to thank you and ask you to please do not give up your effort. Continue to fire this amber of peace, and God will continue to elevate you from where you are to the greater heights. Thank you.
thank you very much, His Excellency, for your warm remarks. Before we come to a full closure, I'd like to call on our able Special Assistant Secretary to Gborbu to give us our side vote of thanks. Regardless, after arriving in Ghana, for giving us the honors, visiting the Wulomo to share with him the challenges and then the way forward for that has happened. Now,
on behalf of Wulomo, Nuumo Bokete Lawachu, Gborbu, who is also the overlord of the Gadangi state, and all his elders and leaders, chiefs and queen mothers, and the entire office, I would like to say a very big thank you to Her Excellency, and then all who came with her. We're very grateful. And I'd like to say one thing. Due to international law, even though every state or nation is sovereign, we're still interdependent. So even though Ghana is a sovereign state and Nigeria is a sovereign state, because of trade, education, and other things, we can't do away with each other. So the bond between Ghana and Nigeria will only get better and stronger. And then also, it is my sincere prayer that the next time you come here again, it will be, with, I'm not saying that you're not smiling, but the next time you come here, it will be something better and then something enjoyable. You won't come, seeking for peace and all of that, but then you would come rather and then refer to this meeting. Hey, after this meeting, our next meeting here has been very nice. So on behalf of the entire office, we want to say a very big thank you. And then we want to assure you that the relationship between Ghana and Nigeria, like I said, it will only get better. Thank you.
thank you very much, Namboli. We move straight to the photography, but it's going to be in an orderly manner, starting from Her Excellency with a handshake with the overlord of the government.
Bateu.